Whoa. 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 Oh god. It's all fucked up. It's all
Whoa.
fucking joke.
Wow.
Hello
Whoa!
everyone, welcome to the Cursed Ones, where I realized because I have a monitor that's a little weird now that the dimensions are going to be a little bit changed up. So let me see if I can fix that real quick. There we go. Easy as that.
Yay!
Hello everyone and welcome to the Cursed Ones, where we play Dungeons and Dragons whenever the hell we feel like it. It has been a couple of fucking sessions recently, hasn't it, guys? So I'm very excited to be back. I'm very excited as to where things are gonna go. So welcome to the new arc of the Cursed Ones, the Cursed Ones Lost Souls. Of course, we are going to start off today with our questions of the day and our introductions. Where the fuck did you go, Tony?
I don't know. I'm right here. I don't know why my face disappeared. That happens sometimes.
Because it's always wrong when you're not first. You have to be first every time. You're a Tony spells. Question of the day today is... Ooh, man, I didn't think of it. I never think of it. This should be, like, known knowledge by now. I never fucking think of the question of the day. I'm just rotating a wet floor sign in my head. That's a lie. I can't actually do that. I have aphantasia.
You can't, yeah.
Do it for me.
I can do it, though.
Okay, I'll do it for you.
Yeah, I'll do it for you. Don't worry.
Thank you guys. Thank all of you. You know what? I feel like we haven't done this one. Question mark? We might have. But if we did, it's been a fucking while, so let's retread some old ground here. This is a pretty simple one. What's your favorite animal? You can be as specific or as general as you like here. Hey, Tony Spells, who are you, and what is your favorite animal?
Hey, I'm Tony Spells. I play... I'm not sure anymore, I guess. We're gonna have to see how that plays out today, but... Favorite animal. Favorite animal. Favorite animal. Favorite animal. Favorite animal. I could destroy you right now.
I know what
but
you're
I'll
thinking.
think of a
I'm
real
reading your fucking
answer.
mind right now, and I hate it. Like, I knew the second I posed the question, I was like, I know exactly what Tony's gonna say if he's feeling like fucking me over today. You can do it.
Favorite animal is man, because it's fun as hell to hunt them. Greatest game.
So fucking true.
So determined to play the most dangerous game, huh?
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh god, where are my nicknames? Where'd they all go? I have a new monitor, so stuff's a little funky. Okay. Charpay after surviving. Yay! Who are you? And what is your favorite animal?
Hi, I'm Cece. I play Charpay, and my favorite animal, this is gonna sound extremely specific, but there is a lot of backstory behind it. And this isn't just a joke post, I have a lot of opinions and feelings about this animal. My favorite animal is the deep sea swimming sea cucumber. It's a fucked up little thing. I don't understand a thing about it.
I agree.
I've written a lot of words about this big bitch and I don't know anything, but I love it. It's the reason that I'm basically studying marine science now in college. I love this bitch. It's like a raw chicken just flouncing around in the deep ocean, and it's beautiful. Let me send a picture.
Yeah, can I
Should
please
bite
see
one.
it? I want it.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course
Like
you
you
can.
would with raw chicken, you know?
Yes, look at it.
Oh, I want to eat it.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
I'm grabbing that and that's going right in my gullet.
I need to do the opposite and like put it over someone's head to asphyxiate someone with.
That is a
It's so
gummy
silly.
bear
Look at that
raw
thing.
chicken. I like its many appendages up here. It's very
Yeah?
I very much like that beast.
I love
very
it.
Good beast.
It's such a good beast.
Didonix, who are you? And what's your favorite animal?
Hi, I'm Ro. I play Levi and Eros, and my favorite animal in honor of International Women's Day is woman to offset Tony.
You
But
just call all women bitches?
I'm not calling them
What the
bitches.
fuck?
You think we're
You
animals?
just call them all animals.
Yeah, it's more animals than bitches.
Damn.
Name one.
Name a
Giraffe.
woman.
Name a
That's-
woman.
Oh, name a woman. Shit.
We need to get a clip of that.
Amelia Earhart.
For $1.
She's not here anymore.
She's not. Name a living
Red
woman.
woman.
Specify living woman. Queen.
What?
No.
She's not living. Name a living woman. For $1, name a woman.
Anna.
Who?
And my
You don't even
neighbor.
know her name.
Cece is right there. God.
I'm sorry, woman. Also, sea slugs. I love those little guys. Or tardigrades.
What is with
Yes.
the sea slug sweep today?
Sea slug. Have you
I'm
seen them? They just kind of like, you know?
You know.
I fucking love a sea slug.
Wait, also was it
These slugs and
International Women's
tardigrades.
Day like 2 days ago?
Yes, but these fuckers
Was it 2 days
keep
ago or
saying
1
that it's
day ago?
International Women's
No, it was
Day.
like on March 8th, wasn't it? It's
Shit.
March 8th, isn't it? Yeah.
I said in honor of, to be fair, I did say yesterday, so if I'm off by a day, that's on me. If I'm off by 2 days, that's on you.
That's
It is-
understandable.
I'm pretty sure.
What do you mean it's on me if you're off by 2 days? What the fuck are you talking about?
Morg, what's your favorite animal?
No, shut up! I'm the fucking. I run the question of the day. Row. Guys, it's fucking Jover. Tony, can we just like take Row outside after the stream and just?
No way, please.
Look at all the rabbits.
Oh God, Morg, who are you and what is your favorite animal?
I'm Morg. My favorite animal is the lungfish, and my favorite lungfish is the
You have a favorite?
marbled South African lungfish. Or it might just be general African
Let me
lungfish,
look that
I
shit
guess.
up.
but-
This is a
Dude, they look
fish
cool. I like them. They have a fun pattern on
if
them.
you get a picture, Cece, please send it in chat. I would also
Yeah,
like to
first.
judge.
My
this
my
lungfish.
least favorite lungfish
Oh, hell yeah.
is the Australian lungfish because they look just like fish and not. It's disappointing.
I'm a big
really
fan of
is.
this fish.
Can I see it?
Yeah, I'm not a
No,
big
can you
fan of.
see it?
I mean, I like fish, but like the Australian lungfish isn't as interesting as the other lungfish. Like
Oh, I
the
fuck with
South American lungfish is pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's a good
Obviously,
one.
I like the African lungfish, but the marbled African lungfish is my favorite. I believe it also has like the longest genetic string of any animal.
Damn.
That's
Like
impressive.
the only things that are
impressive.
longest is like one plant and like some bacteria or something that's got a
That's
longer
impressive.
genetic string.
I like the very controversial takes coming out today. We have two people naming their favorite animal as just people, and then we have a lot of sea slugs.
Actually, can I change my answer? I want to make it steel
I
panther.
love
which is
lungfish.
still
Look at them.
technically
They
the
have
same,
such
but
cute
it's
little
hold on,
funny.
hold on.
faces.
They're really
What
cute.
did you say, Tony?
They're so cute.
Can I change to steel panther?
Yeah, sure.
Still kind of it's still people, but it's specific people,
Yeah,
and it's
sure.
an animal.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Thank you.
Oh God. Oh, this question of the day is going off the fucking rails. And speaking of off the rails, hi, I'm Safety Daddy. I'm Dean. I'm the dungeon master. I play everyone else, and I'm the Safety Daddy. I'm not gonna give context. Those who know, they know. Those who don't, fuck you. My favorite animal, I think it's well documented that I happen to be an enjoyer of one particular animal. I'm not gonna say what type of animal, because I think it's kind of just apparent if you knew me relatively well. You know, there's just like a couple of hints that I like this animal. Just a couple, here and there. You know, I have more of these, but they're up too high for me to get, and I'm just a little guy. I like fucking sharks! I love sharks. They're amazing. They're everything to me. If I had to pick a specific shark, I will always pick the basking shark, because those guys are really fucked up. Also, they are the originators of the shark pog, which is absolutely wonderful. Shout out to Shark Pog. Shout out to all the sharks of the world. And shout out to Henry, the shark, at the museum in fucking Atlanta, Georgia. It's a fucking whale shark, and it's the coolest thing I've ever seen with my own two eyes. Very cool. Very swag. Alright. Yes, thank you for sending Basking Shark. That is a beautiful image. I love that dude. Also, shout out to Wabagongs. Gotta love a Wabagong.
I love a good wobblegong.
I love a wobble.
we
Stupid
love a
question. Is a
wobblegong.
whale shark a whale or a shark?
It is a shark.
Cool.
Bubblegum sounds like another gullible stage name.
No! No! I move so much I got fucking nauseous. Fuck you. Oh god. Old man revival. Who are you? What's your favorite animal? I'm dead. Couple really did take me out.
I'm not sure if Crowd's here. I think they're still gone.
Oh fuck. Don't worry, hold up. Check this one out. Hey guys, my name is Crime. I play Denny. And I would have to say that my favorite animal is Stanley the dog. My dog
You're a
named
bad friend. You
Stanley.
should have said Solid Snake.
Damn. My favorite animal is Solid Snake, and his ginormous ass. An ass that could flatten mountains with a single clap. 10 out of 10, best animal of all time, Solid Snake. From the Metal
There you
Gear. Thank you, Crime, for that amazing answer. That was very cool. Hooray! Hooray! Yippee! Let's do the question of the day, and let's jump into things from there,
Again?
shall we? Wait, no. Sorry.
Okay, question of the
It's an
day.
instant
So,
win.
Back.
What's your least favorite animal?
True.
As Clockwise would say, it's daylight savings time. Let's run it back. I don't know what they mean by that, but they say it in every show.
You gotta go
you
back.
rewind your clock, and it's always
Oh.
daylight savings time when you're at a clockwise show.
It's always daylight savings time.
It is always daylight savings time.
Because you need that extra hour to enjoy all that clockwise.
So
True.
true to get wise. Man, I'm not wise enough.
Yeah.
This is clearly.
That's okay.
I have a gap.
It's
in
okay. When you
wisdom.
level up, you can put in those points into your wisdom.
Trust me, I will be. All right,
That's
let's
even
do the
learning.
recap, not the question of the day. We're not doing another one. You guys could just do one in the fucking Discord channel if you really truly want to.
True.
Last session started off in dire straits. After the previous encounter with Zabalba, the entire party had fallen to the hands of the horrific Lich monstrosity. One by one, we saw different glimpses of the party as they faced the inevitability of death or just barely hanging on to stability. First of all, we went through Eros and Levi's perspective on things as they made their way through a kind of forest garden and felt tears running down their face. Eros and Leviticus kind of reminisced on their life, and very interestingly enough, it seemed like Eros, for once, was the one in much more, like, dire spirits compared to Levi. From there, we started getting small flashes of what had been happening in the 24 hours that Gideon spent inside of the Temple of the Gods. Hour 1 starting off with Gideon getting the well-deserved rest he needed and starting to read through some documents that were inside of the room. From there, we went to Arden, where we saw some flashes of Arden as a child, crying over the death of a little baby bird that she had tried to save when she was younger, and her mom promising that no matter what, as long as she was around, she was going to make sure that Arden was safe. We cut to another scene where Arden and her sister Lilavati were sitting on a kind of hillside, and were looking off into the distance where Lilavati had expressed how concerned she was that Arden was going out on her own, and was very concerned that Arden was going to get hurt. Where Arden tried to reassure her sister by just kind of saying, like, yeah, I'm okay with myself getting hurt. Very kind of wild thing for, like, a 12-year-old to kind of just admit out there, but Arden's very steadfast in her belief. And it kind of just, like, we dug into what truly does make Arden sad, that being other people getting hurt. And from there, we once again saw Gideon fighting off the Iker Point, and just generally spending his time trying to recover and get back into the fray as quickly as possible. And then we cut to Benny, who was waltzing in a field with his wife. Mary and him had a conversation about life and death and how beautiful each other were and how they've changed and how things have stayed the same. Benny was stabilized, and as such, Mary had to break it to him that he was surviving even when his children, the party, might not be. And Mary promised that she would take care of anyone who fell, and sent Benny back. Gideon continued to sort through things, this time setting himself up and just generally preparing for what might come next, and then we went to Charpay, who found herself also planted in a garden, looking off into the distance at Kelsey, who she tearfully apologized to for not being able to go and survive and visit her again. And she was just stuck, dying in this garden until eventually she failed her death saves and was resigned to her fate. And then, finally, we had Lily, who was just mad, just upset, just absolutely devastated, laying on the ground, getting covered in rain, getting shone upon by sunlight that normally would kill her outright. And she just laid there, just in absolute agony and hatred. But things quickly changed, as Gideon had been told by Veldrin, who now is Vigor, the god of hope, who told Gideon that they were out of time, that the party had fallen. And now it was up to Gideon to put the pieces back together of the broken and disheveled party. Gideon left the Holy Temple and found himself across a room from Zabalba, where he was able to hide behind a wall. He ended up sending out his raven familiar and started talking to Zabalba. Zabalba, who first threw out threats, as it normally does. And then eventually, the conversation started on what Gideon has truly done for himself. And Zabalba posed that the only thing Gideon has ever done on his own is fail his friends, his companions, fail Sepulturnum, and the only thing he's actually made and cultivated was his familiar. To the point of the familiar, Gideon agreed, explaining that it can give him a new perspective on the world, and also that it allows him to see Zabalba without Zabalba seeing him. And with that in mind, Gideon casted Wish. Full power Wish, and requested that the party get out of there and that they are revived. With the stipulation that, to make sure that this goes off without a hitch, Gideon decided to stay behind, to best, get his chances as high as possible, and to sacrifice any spell slots he needed to make this possible. And so, Gideon did. But he also made sure that Ensi stayed behind, because he knew something that the rest of the party didn't. And as the rest of the party were teleported away, and Neuraxis was ordered to go get Satari out of there, I think that happened a little bit later, Ensi was brought back up, and Ensi was dying still, even after being revived. But no, not only that, Ensi was exploding. And as Ensi was struggling to hold his body together, he asked to sit next to Zabalba, and had basically made it appear apparent, I just want to sit with you. I know you're gonna teleport away. I know it's not gonna kill you. Just let me sit by you. Zabalba let Ensi do it. And then Ensi casted Gideon Godbrand's planar prison, trapping Zabalba and Gideon in the blast radius. From there, the party woke up and started finding each other in this strange forest. They all managed to reunite, and then eventually... Okay, yeah, so, basically, the party had, woken up, reunited, and had come to the realization that Gideon was no longer with them. Lily stormed off to try and hopefully find Gideon, but the rest of the party were left to just pick up the pieces and start possibly accepting what just happened and what was sacrificed to help them get out. The session ended, however, with them finding a familiar voice, Milenko. Not in her normal form, but instead taking the form of a little crow, who was immediately dubbed Milencrow by everyone, and by everyone I mean Tony. The party began to talk to Milencrow, especially Eros, who spoke with animals, and heard kind of these ghoulish wailing cackles and cries, basically just taunting and insulting the party for their misgivings and misdeeds and all of their failures in the past few days. Milencrow also kept alluding to someone who had helped her. And then she bobbled off into the forest and flew away onto an outstretched hand in the tree line, who extended backwards as you guys all started to see familiar silhouettes to some of you of people like Vulcan, of people like the other form of Charpay, the tattoo, and a couple more. And that is where we ended off last session, with you guys seeing a strange split-colored eye open up through the fog. So, without further ado, are we ready to begin this session?
I guess so.
Sure am.
You don't have to do anything. You're fucking dead. I mean, who knows? We're gonna have to see. All right. Perhaps it clicked in your head the moment you opened your eyes. Perhaps you had yet to process it. Between life, death, rebirth, the loss of self, the loss of friends, there's not been a moment to truly let it settle in. A fundamental fact, a question. Where are you? When are you? It feels like you've been asleep for weeks. It doesn't feel like home, whatever home truly is. Because there's a revelation that must eventually dawn upon you all. Why, in the dead of winter, in the middle of one of the coldest regions in the world, why is there no snow in this forest? This fog is not the howling, rolling lull of winter's embrace. The roots of the forest trees bend in strange, flat planes, like that of Asakisama Sunanoki. That's an interesting type of tree. I'm gonna actually send a picture of it because it's very cool. It kind of has the appearance of their winding foundations. Strange. This isn't a swampland, and yet every tree around you has the roots to thrive in such a climate. With the thin, sickly branches of winding, weeping willows, and no leaves, only bunches of pale fog. You can't make out the sky beyond the tree roof, only the beams of what looks like sallow moonlight, and suspended in the air are these small sunset golden raindrops that fall like a cascade of embers. It had taken some of you here before, on that walk through the forest. The little crow's mangled giggle echoes in a ghostly howl as it lands upon a gloved hand, outstretched to comb through the fog with elegant, long movements. And silhouettes dance around you all, beginning to step closer. She's about the same height as you, Charpay. Long, golden blonde hair, that old, bulky steel armor, leather straps and bags, fire. A small goblinoid frame, pale skin and beady purple eyes, that upturned black hair streaked in peppers and patches of white. A stature trying to give himself as much grand and imposing kind of presence as it can provide in his cursed form. The misty teal scales and long crocodilian snout. Clawed hands, always topped off with that long, curled Cheshire grin, capped off with a scar up the latter half of his lip, ripping through to the teeth. Crimson feathers. Gentle smile. Something is wrong with these silhouettes. What actually steps out of the fog? Who does the party see?
The party sees the party sees a figure step out of the fog that I feel like I could go into detail, but maybe there's some sort of
Perhaps-
artistic interpretation of them that exists.
Hey, perhaps there
That
is.
what they
you
look
know,
like. Maybe
there-
that exists somewhere.
There very much could be, and I would be inclined to check the arts channel if you are one of the Cursed Ones players, or perhaps you're enjoying what is currently on the screen.
Dude, what the fuck?
You see a figure walk out of the fog. With, a little Malay crow on his shoulder. And a bird that's quite a bit bigger nearby, wreathed in flames. As that figure steps out, looks over the crowd and just says, "Well, this is certainly a sorry lot."
Goddamn,
Stunned to
I'm
silence.
just looking at it. Sorry. I didn't know if we were supposed to respond to that.
We all just kind of
Everyone's
fucking
collectively
arrow
just like,
stare.
oh god. Oh no, he's hot.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I mean, Charpay's in agreement. She's just kind of like,
I'm gonna be honest, I was waiting for the photo to load.
that's okay.
Back in fair.
It did just now. Alright. He's got a fun look, I guess. I like his accessories.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Why, I'm Nero Van Juno Premier at your service. And you
Oh,
all
there.
seem... Yes.
Ned. You related?
Yes.
Hi.
Keen eye. Keen mind. Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, it's certainly interesting to meet all of you, too.
Can I be honest with you, Nero? We're having a horrible day.
Oh, yes. From what I can tell, it seems like you have a lot of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Some of my friends were telling me all about that. Or
Mhm.
some of your friends, too, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think... Yes, I actually made it over here because of, well, a bit of, let's call it a attachment between you and someone else. Is this them, Wilfred? Just want to make sure.
And stumbling out through the fog, you see a mangled form. It's him. But is it? Just like the crow and the great bird before, these most certainly are recognizable as the people that you know, but they have been altered. They have been warped. They're not humanoid anymore. No, instead, what you sense is just pure, raw, cursed energy. And stalking out, kind of like slowly on all fours on these like upturned, curled fingernails, it begins to crawl outwards, these long horns. It resembles almost the form Wilfred once took in that cursed beast, Penethra-like stage. There's a perpetual smile kind of carved into the face, and a small eye that exactly mirrors. In fact, all of these beasts have the same eye as one of Nero's. And it stumbles out. And kind of just like stands near and tilts ahead, and you are given a positive affirmation, Nero, that yes, that's them.
Well, then this is where the chains and bonds of grief has led us. Very fun.
Wilfred. Oh.
We have all our item stack, right?
Yep.
Whisper, fucking, I'm making a telepathy group chat right now because we are going to die. We are all on one hit point, so we need to be nice.
Okay. You open up the channel. You see Charpay just like reach down towards a bow and arrow, and on your shoulder.
Just one finger. She's not
Just-
grabbing it.
Just one finger, and such just goes to touch it, and on your shoulder, Malenkro's feathers just immediately poof up as she just kind of like cackles, just gonna kill again. They're gonna kill again.
I mean,
Okay.
Does seem to be their habit, yes. I'm sure it'll be fine, though.
Yeah. In the telepathy group chat. Okay. This is not good, but we are going to die if we make this guy mad, so play along. That's not Wilfred, but let's play along.
So
Just out of curiosity, with the telepathy thing, Nero, do you want to roll like insight to get
Yeah.
a kind of glimpse of that they're talking of their community?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's the thing of, hey, wow, everyone got weirdly quiet real quick.
Yeah,
That's
no,
a
And they're just sort
little
of looking at
alarming.
each other.
yeah.
It's like
Roll
that. Have you
insight.
seen that one? Have you seen that one YouTube video of, of fucking Young Justice, but they edit out the telepathy talking, so it's just a
Yes!
bunch of people staring at each other.
I love that.
Can I
video.
roll performance to get around that?
True.
Cool.
I mean, you're not- you haven't-
should I say the number out loud, or do you want to like obfuscate this? I don't know how you want
That's
to
up
run
to
this.
you. That's up to you.
Well, I got a 33.
Yeah.
What's my performance score? I don't think I can beat that. I don't know why I'm
No,
trying anymore.
I don't think you can, but immediately.
Actually, you
just-
know what?
You feel
Yeah.
the
Actually, you know what?
hush.
I'll have Malenko give me the help action. It's not better.
Great.
33 still.
Yeah, and you immediately, just like as she's kind of like ruffled up on such on your shoulder, just watching them, you fully, like, you notice as everyone falls silent and you understand, like, that look in people's eyes when they are communicating with someone. There's always this instinctual kind of glow when you understand a language and such being spoken to you, and they are getting that despite the fact that you are not speaking.
Secrets.
Um,
It's fine.
so like, I was kind of under the impression that Wilford was dead. Do you do
Oh, he was.
necromancy?
Necromancy, no. Rebirth. I think
What's
would be
the
a more
difference?
apt term. Well, necromancy is the revival of a soul or flesh by pulling it straight from the ethereal, either shoving it into a rotting corpse or bringing a corpse back with no soul to begin with. But this is another chance. Soul and spirit and cursed energy made physical. Another chance.
Okay. I don't know where Satari is, but if you know Satari, I think you'd have really interesting conversations with her. That's
I'm not familiar with this person.
That's okay. She's probably fine. So, is there anything we can do to help you? Do you need anything?
Oh, it seems like you lot need help more than I do. Seem to be in a bit of a lost state. Lots of pain and grief radiating from you all. Made you quite easy to find, all things considered.
I think we're mostly in need of a nap, primarily. But that's nice of you. How recent is Wilfred been not dead for? When was that?
Oh,
Just curious.
I'd say I encountered Wilfred some few months ago. The grief of the others pulled me towards him. We met, and we made a pact. A union.
What day is it?
What day is it?
Depends on.
That? Yes.
Yeah, it depends.
That is a difficult question to answer where we are right now.
And where are we?
In the deepest reaches of the Ethereal Plane.
Oh, okay.
Far
Okay.
from the
I was
physical.
worried we were in Ethos. That makes more sense. Yeah, because last I remember it being, what, December 27th, was it? And only, no more than 2 weeks before that, Wilfred was very dead, and it was a very big issue that he was being brought back. Kind of a whole worm apocalypse thing, Threadwire, it was a big mess. And I
Can I fact
specifically remember
check
being...
that?
Oh yeah,
You
please do,
fact-
because I don't fucking know.
Just
Yes,
fact check
no.
that we are in fact on the ethereal plane.
Roll investigation. I thought you were about to fact check Charpay.
Oh.
No, I trust Charpay.
Actually,
for the
Sharpay,
most
you're
part.
fucking
don't know if I'm
wrong, and
wrong.
here's why.
The bullet point
Actually,
list.
Charpay, fuck you.
Ugh.
Let's see. Investigation. That is a crisp 14.
You've definitely never been here before, so considering that you've also never been, to your knowledge, in the deep ethereal, there's nothing exactly contradicting the statement. With the way that everything kind of moves here, you most certainly are not in ethos. Though in terms of being able to, like, fully identify deep ethereal, I don't think you have the experience necessary to make that call.
Cool.
Oh, I know. You mentioned to me that your untimely, painful death was with a Milenko. Do you remember what date that was? Maybe we could figure out when it was for them.
I was about, like, an hour ago, frankly.
Oh, it was much longer than that. I met Milenko here some few weeks ago.
Interesting.
Weeks ago.
She kind of
Yes, well, time does flow differently on the deep ethereal.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
It's hard to gauge how long you've been there and how long you've been out there.
26th. Hurts.
26th.
It hurt. It hurt. It hurt. It made it hurt.
I know. Yes. No more of that. 26, yes. Suppose I would make it somewhere in January then.
Wait, does that mean we missed Sharpay's wedding?
I'm gonna not think about that.
That's
At
fair.
least in here, it would technically be January. Time's fucky.
Yeah. Who fucking knows? um. Well, ideally, I think it would be good for us to get back to our plane, so...
I don't know if I want them to go back.
Oh. Is there a reason for that, Milenko?
Not nice, not nice.
Oh.
They go back and they're gonna tell my dad. I don't want
No.
to see him.
Oh, yes, you did tell me that. Suppose we could abandon them here. I don't suppose any of you know how to leave the ethereal plane, do you?
Not yet.
Would that bring you a bit of Schadenfreude, little Milenko, to leave them here, stranded, no way home? What do you think, Wilfred? What do you think we should do here?
Need to solve curses. Need to do what we started.
Yes, that is true.
They keep giving up after everything I did.
Yes, you did very much want that. I suppose we might need a tiebreaker here then. Let's ask another one of our newer companions. What do you think, Charpay?
The larger flaming bird is going to kind of tilt over. Just gonna go. We should help, because maybe then it'll be different. Maybe then. Kind of devolves into kind of these low flaming kind of noises that sound like embers crackling.
Well, then I suppose that would be a tiebreaker. Don't worry, little Malenko. You know how they live their lives. I'm sure even leaving the Ethereal won't be good for them either.
You killed me. You killed me. Stuffs the little head, just like kind of in the crook and such of the little almost like high collar area. Just does that. Kind of like a kid would, just like to just like stuff their face into like a parent.
Didn't even ask Marcel his opinion.
Well, I suppose I could, though. Do you even want to come out right now, Marcel? I know you have complicated feelings on the matter.
Don't exactly care to see him right now. Left me.
Wait, is this the Marcel that's on like the top of our little we need to do this as soon as possible list?
Yeah, he was.
Been months.
Not quite soon enough, it seems like, though. He's been with me for quite a few months.
Time moves differently, and there were so many apocalypses, Nero. It's still actively happening.
I want to come out. I want to get out. I want to be out.
We did keep almost dying.
I want to be out.
Yeah.
Nero, I want to be out.
And this is Vulcan,
Marcel.
right?
That's Marcel.
Oh, Marcel. Oh, that's Marcel?
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, it wouldn't be right for me to say no. And Vulcan seems ready enough to stay away for now, so... How about you take a break, Wilfred? And I'd like to switch them.
Yep. Kind of gestures your hand a little bit, and the form of Wilfred is going to shift and kind of crack and break, and then eventually emerging from it is this low, ghostly figure tied up in chains, like kind of strapped to this almost contraption on the back that almost looks like rail spikes and such shooting out. And he is going to just emerge outwards, and with this like long outstretched kind of smile that is immediately going to break, and it's just gonna go, "It was eternity in there! It's been eternity! You didn't come back for me!" You didn't even try. You didn't even try. I could see you! I could fucking see you!
Sorry. It wasn't as long for us. I don't think there's much any of us can say to make it better.
Yes, do not cry, Marcel. Similar to you, they may only have crocodile tears.
The Ethereal will not show them mercy.
Yes. Though it doesn't seem like they're particularly happy with what is going on up there either. Pain and grief. It's like a well, swirling and pulling people in. It's a surprise I didn't stumble onto them without your help, honestly.
Supposed to make things better. That's always what Wilfred wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep leaving us. Just keep leaving everyone. Just keep leaving. And the void keeps getting bigger. Keeps getting bigger. Keeps getting bigger.
Yeah. It seems we're at a bit of an impasse. Painin seem happy to let you rot, while some of them don't. Suppose it'll be... So what do you lot have to say for yourselves?
Well, I would have said that I'm interested in your opinion of what you want to do with us, because if you want to leave us here, you certainly can, and if you want to kill us, you'll have a very easy time of it. We'd like to go back, but back is presumably still missing the sun and having every problem imaginable at the moment.
Oh wait, do you still
Mm-hmm.
the tea?
Yeah,
Flower
that
bud,
poison
yeah.
I consumed. I still don't know what that's about. Just that I'm probably gonna die.
Yeah, so basically quick rundown,
Mm-hmm.
plants get in people's systems and then when exposed to like direct sunlight fucking explode and turn into giant monsters.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
and since the bulb is set up in the middle of the food center of the area, it's everywhere. And when the sun comes back, goodbye and all that.
Okay.
One of the symptoms is not being able to use magic properly.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's everyone.
Yeah.
Seems like things are quite a mess up there. Are you really sure you want to go back?
We're pondering that.
I mean, if we don't try and fix it, I don't think anybody will.
How do we
Exactly.
fix that?
Can we get a nap first?
I would like a nap.
Is there somewheres we could set up a campfire or somewheres just to
God, I miss that fucking scarf.
somewheres
I'm
to
so sorry.
rest?
Well, you have this whole forest around you, the glade of flowers. Not particularly dangerous in this part of the deep ethereal, at least. You're all a very sorry lot, though maybe not as sorry as I first thought.
Thank you.
I have no idea.
Maybe you should rest. Maybe you can help me out with something, and then we'll see if I want to help you out afterwards.
What do you need help with?
Well, there's been a bit of a intense flood of negative energy within the deep ethereal. I was under the impression that it was your group. You were so flayed and broken that you were acting as a beacon. And while things are bad with all of you, it's not quite as bad as what I felt.
I want you to very quickly roll just a perception here.
All of us?
Just narrow.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Though, despite the fact that you do say this, and you've most certainly ruled them out of being the source of all of this, there is something that does stand out just slightly. As you've spent a little bit more time around them and kind of start to get used to their differing levels of hope, their differing levels of drive, you notice a slight creeping sensation, very similar to the one that has existed in the deep ethereal for a little bit now, the one that you've not been able to place. You sense just a touch of that in Charpay. There's just a slight strangeness. It's that same sensation, that kind of pull of something very deep and fathomless.
Did you say your friend, this Charpay was infected with something? Is that what you said earlier?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Long story.
We were in a torture game for the last few days. Saying, like, you gotta cut off one person's arm or stab yourself, or you could drink your health potion. The one of them's poisoned. Mine was poisoned.
Short story.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a long story if you try to go into any detail at
Yeah,
all.
other
but
things
yeah.
happened. But that was like 30 minutes of the 3 days.
Yeah.
Where, poison.
Yeah, I guess it's not really poison because it's not killing me, that I will be a... Is it Panethra? Is it something else?
It's, like Panethra, but, like, not really. I'm pretty sure you are dead.
No, it's not
Okay.
Panethra.
Mm-hmm.
I know Panethra. This seems to be related to whatever my issue is. Seems like the deepest twinges of connection there. Similar energy. This deepness. Interesting.
But they're not infected? 3 of them?
Well, I'm not sure what it is at all.
Interesting.
I just know it's similar to whatever you have, but much, much stronger.
Interesting.
Maybe we should do tests. What do you think, Malenko? What do you think a daylight spell would do to her?
Kill me instantly. I am mere moments away from death like 3 seconds ago.
She didn't do anything hurt me. Cat hurt me, cat hurt me, cat hurt me.
Ooh, the cat did. Okay.
Pink lady's okay.
Okay.
But I would see when I was getting hurt by the She always struggles mentioning a name. You've only heard it echo out from her voice once. She managed to choke out Zabalba. You've kind of kept that one in the back of your mind. You understand whenever she stumbles, that's usually who she's talking about.
Yes. I know what you mean, Malenko.
I would see them all get monsters in the sunlight. Not good monsters, not good monsters.
Not good monsters, I see. Well, look on the bright side then. It seems like maybe it's not death that awaits you in the light then. There's something considerably worse, by all accounts.
Not good
Woohoo!
like this. Not good like this.
Well, it would really be good for just the general future of everyone in Ethos to figure out what this whole disease thing is about, so if it's at the cost of my life, I would implore your help.
I might be amenable to that, though. I feel like we should be clear, based on everything I know about all of you. Tends not to be your lives that fall on the wayside.
Yeah, that'd be
That's a
accurate.
fair assertion. When we die, we get brought back.
Where's the nice elf? What'd you do to him? Why isn't he here? Did you leave him too? Can we get him?
I'd
Get
like to get him, but I'm not. He sent us all here. Somehow. But he didn't send himself.
Malenko very quietly goes, they left him behind.
Oh, that's a shame. Maybe we'll stumble on him later. I'll keep an eye out.
You always do it. You always do it.
Mm.
So, is that settled?
Yes. Suppose it might. If you all are amenable to helping me.
Not. We'd go down at a gust of wind right now.
Yeah.
So after a nap would be ideal.
Well, yes.
And they're still at 1 HP, right? Even though, timey-wimey, ethereal.
Yep.
Yeah. Vaguely, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we're
Please.
gloopy.
Please.
Yeah. You're gonna need a little nappy.
Yes, alright. Well, then it seems like a little bit of rest is in order for you all. Unearned as it is.
Yay.
Appreciated.
I'm going to set up a fire then.
I'm also gonna follow just to set up camp, that kind of thing.
Are we going somewhere? Are we just...
Benny's just looking around for fallen wood. See if
The
he
wood-
can.
Nero, you already know that the wood here doesn't burn.
Yes.
It's all made of etherealness. You can't really set anything fully ablaze. It's kind of just...
Yes. You're not gonna have any luck unless any of you have any fire cantrips you can sustain on your own. Spells.
Can do. Benny's just gonna go sit down then. As I totally don't go search for my character sheet because it went missed. There we go.
You guys wanted a campfire session. You're fucking getting it.
Yippee!
There you go.
Yippee!
Alright.
All of my fires destructive.
Accurate
Yes,
to,
well, that's usually how it works.
Checking
Mm,
control
okay.
flames really quickly.
We could ask other Charpay. I don't know if she likes us that much.
I thought we gave up the fire.
Well, yes. I guess I made an assumption that you would have it. Because you're me, and I'm the me after not having the fire anymore.
I do. But I thought we were supposed to... I thought you were accepting me. And then you left me again, so So do you want the fire? Do you not want the fire? What do you want?
Benny, you said you had control flames?
I have control flames, however, I need a fire to pre-exist for me to control it.
Could I, uh, can I prestidigitate a flame, and then, like, have,
It has to be
like,
a
send it to...
non-magical flame,
Is there a
unfortunately.
space where it's non-magical, or is it just magical all the way through?
It's the ethereal plane.
Damn!
Does anyone have a flint, a tinder, some sort of fire-starting equipment? 2 rocks that we can bash together endlessly?
I gotta talk to me. Hold on.
You go
I mean,
for it,
I have
Charpay.
stuff to start a fire, because when I traveled on my own, I didn't have magic for that.
If you could give me a hand then, Arden, that'd be excellent.
Yeah, so
Do what you need
Okay.
to do, Charpay. We'll be here when you're ready.
you start
Thank
Yeah,
you.
she just pulls out, like,
Yeah.
she just has, classic.
flint and steel. You kind of just
Oh,
start like
yeah, pretty much.
sparking that, trying to get something going, and then eventually, Benny, you're able to control flames and start keeping that going.
Perfect.
Hey, it worked. That was better than I expected.
Excellent.
Okay. I'm sorry, first of all, first and foremost. I know you have no context and no particular reason to believe me here. I did not willingly cut you off. I was under extreme duress. That was the torture game I mentioned earlier. I either had to cut you off of my body or cut off Arden's arm, and I wasn't going to do that, and I'm sorry. It's not your fault. I'm not upset with you. It's just a lot has happened.
It has.
Yeah.
And I know that the me that started this journey, me, the one who was friends with Wilfred and all of those others, how dare you guys talk so much about giving up hope after all we put ourselves through? And after all more people are still putting themselves through. This is a new opportunity. It was given to you. You gotta use it. You gotta at least try. Come on.
I mean, yes. I don't know how else to explain that. We were quite literally put through a circuit of torture that was intended to break our hope in humanity, and every person in the world has a disease that's going to turn them into monsters. It's like our 5th apocalypse. Yes, we should keep trying. I know how you feel. We have the same memories. I was there. You stopped. I kept going. I'm sorry. I am. You could bonk me with a towel and I'd be gone. It's hard to have hope when you're depending on the kindness of people you just met and have all the reason to dislike you. So I'm sorry. I am.
I need to think. just gonna float kind of back to Nero.
Okay. Well, Charpay looks back and sees that the fire got started anyway, so she's like, oh, okay, that's literally fine. She'll go sit back over with the others.
All right.
Benny has like propped up his little like kettle somehow.
You guys
Well,
are
also-
working on just like generally getting ready for a rest. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys are free to go ahead and long rest. During this, is there anything that anyone is doing?
Not really. I fucking sleep.
I don't know.
I don't talk to me.
Mostly sleep, yeah.
I sleep.
God damn.
Hi, it's me. I'd like to pray.
To your guy?
To who and for what?
This is where things are going to get a little more dicey, I guess. There is only one individual I'm a cleric of, and I'd like to pray for clarity. Not direction, just for once, knowing about him, knowing about myself, knowing about what is happening.
I want you to roll religion.
With Eros's modifier or Levi's?
Eros is. Eros is out right now.
Okay. That'll be an 11.
You reach out to try and get some semblance of an answer, perhaps about yourself, perhaps about your relations to the gods, to someone, to something. The only god, the only thing that is going to return to you, to give you any sort of kind of pushback, any semblance of existence. You feel something kind of pulse around your chest, and you look down and kind of see by parting away some of the fur around that area that the flower that you had plucked out, the one that Gideon's wish had grown on you, you see that it is rebloomed. And this time, it takes the form of a marigold.
He just kind of pulls his doublet over it and goes to sleep.
What's up,
Can I
Tony?
notice this?
Yeah, roll insight.
Are you just standing there watching us while we sleep?
Yes!
I guess so.
We're at a camp.
I mean, what else would they do?
Also, you're not in bed yet. You're not in bed yet. You're
Oh,
praying.
we have beds? He was just gonna sleep at like the edge of the clearing.
Bed proverbial beds, as in going to bed.
Literally
You got
flower-
ground.
flower
You got
beds.
ground. Yeah, flower beds. You said insight for this? 35.
You know what? Yeah.
Perception would still be pretty high.
Yeah,
Perception's
yeah.
still over 30.
There's
yeah.
no winning. There's no winning.
You can't.
There's
hide
always winning for
shit
this
from,
guy.
from his special eyes. You you see that marigold like kind of like sprout up onto Eris's chest. You too are adorned with a symbol of a marigold. and seeing that, you immediately kind of, you notice as the petals kind of just slightly, like, almost pulse upwards, as if they're kind of pointing up for just a moment.
I would like to say Eros is situated like a little bit away from everyone else.
He sees with his special eyes.
I got Malenkro, you know? She sees for me, and then I see.
He has
I
literally all
noticed
these
things.
guys
More.
with the shared eyeballs.
You've got like 4 lenses going on.
My god, Lens like Lens LeMay.
True. True.
You get
Oh, time to
captured.
bring out my next buddy.
You get captured in fucking 6K Eros. No, Nero absolutely sees that shit.
I'm asleep.
Okay, so after that, you just kind of like cover it up
I just-
and then, yep.
Roll over.
All right.
But yeah, I think Nero does do the thing of just like going, how ominous. Even though he's not even really talking to anyone. Well, he's talking to his companions. But if like Benny or anyone else is awake, he's not really acknowledging them, even if they're within earshot.
It's just being a spooky little dude. All right. Actually, I want you. You don't have the. Did you end up taking the fucking the member feat, the one where you just know shit? What is it?
I didn't end up picking up
Okay.
me or
Yeah,
Eros.
you.
I didn't pick up Keen Mind now.
Can you roll history?
Wait, actually, wait, did I?
I have keen mind. I don't
Same.
know any of this shit though.
Yeah, this ain't about you.
Yeah, sure. I'll roll history and
Advantage.
Yeah, okay, and I'm gonna give myself guidance too, cause I like guidance. Oh my fucking god, that is 2 nat 1s and a 1 on the fucking guidance die. What
How?
the fuck?
That's how I
How?
fucking felt. During
Mother-
the fucking Zabalda fight, that's how I felt.
See
Holy
if I can get a
shit.
good fucking angle. Let me drag all these dice closer together. Jesus Christ,
How?
just awful.
Man rolls the worst thing of all time is asked to leave the cursed ones.
I mean, I'm sure it's still a
Goddamn,
27 with
Jesus
your modifiers.
Christ. Nat 1 is nat 1. That's an autofill.
That's a
You
nat
got
fucking
plus one, too.
No, nat 1 autofill.
Nat
right?
one autofill. Yep.
First ones.
Can confirm.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The ones here are cursed.
True.
Well, it's not gonna hinder you in any way, really, per se. It's just not gonna give you a little hint here, is basically it. You're
Yeah.
left to connect
yeah.
those dots yourself.
I know, yeah. I mean, I know the implications of Marigold and things like that. In terms of, yeah, that raw history shit, yeah. Got nothing right now. Woof.
Woof. Yeah, no, all you ended up getting then from that is still just like you saw the marigold, saw it slightly just like kind of poof upwards a little bit, and that's about it. Alright. Is there anything anyone else is doing during the long rest period?
I'm fucking asleep. Do not talk to me.
Damn.
I have a question. At the end of this long rest, would that count as a new day?
Yes.
Cool. You know what? Fuck it. I refuse to accept that nat 1, so I'm gonna go. Wotan, cast legend lore for me.
The kind of skull that creature is going to just like kind of float up around you, and is just going to go, most certainly. What would you like to know?
Tell me about this individual. The arrows did introduce themselves earlier, right?
I don't
I
think
did
anyone
not.
did. No one has told you
Oh,
their
and
name.
no one introduced themselves. Wait, no, wait. Why would I need to ask though? I have like 3 people who could tell me.
That is true. Yeah, no, I'm absolutely sure that Malenkro has been spilling
Okay,
Malenkro,
Malenko does. No one else knows
Marcel.
Eros, but
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
If I had a
Malenko-
nickel for every time I got doxed to Tony's character, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
If you had a nickel for every time Tony legend lord your ass.
Yeah, you
I
don't
had
you don't
nickel
need to do
every
the
time,
whole
Tony.
thing again, but I think this is me just in game trying to make that marigold connection with some spell stuff.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So, kind of goes over the basics of what has been previously established. Is going to throw out, though most recently, some documents have been uncovered by someone, thus establishing that the proper name for this particular version of the Leviticus Protocol is that of Rose. Kind of whispering that to Nero, so it's not in earshot of Eros. Though, most peculiarly, a new... certain... as I think we've both noticed, something new has sprung up upon the form of this interesting character. For you see, a growth had appeared on them as a result of the wish casted by one Gideon Gibraltar, who now goes by Godbrand. And due to this, they seem to have gained an almost fluctuating capacity to interact with nearby gods. Because of that, it has currently taken the form of one Carmina Marigold's symbol, and it appears to be beckoning towards something above the tree line.
Huh. Oh, odd. Could you give a little look, Malenko, see if there's anything notable that you can see up there?
She is going to squawk and is going to fly up. When it comes to the deep ethereal, the veil of fog and shadow seldom tends to part on its own, even at higher altitudes. There is, however, always a very thin layer around 50 feet into the air that miraculously stays perfectly clear. It is from this small clearing that you're always vaguely able to see it. The marigold tree. Great and winding with long, weeping branches that twist and turn like tangled cables and wires, and glint as if made from both sweaty flesh and metal. Its great, outstretched, branching arms look as if they extend upwards forever, and the roots no doubt do the same to below, while the astral plane is the graveyard for the gods, a gateway plane. The ethereal plane is a transitory one towards your final destination. Some of the others would have seen this tree before, but they're not exactly the ones looking at it right now, as this tree, known by other names here and there, has existed in other planes such as the Feywilds under the name the Tree of Life. It exists in all planes where death can be achieved. Its roots, after all, are the wires and tunnels that compute and categorize life and death, the great Zeitgeber cycle. The tree boasts no leaves, only bright orange marigolds and fog, as its foliage, glimmering in its ethereal old god golden glow, oozes with deep fog, as if a cooling agent for a long-running ancient machine. You've seen this tree off in the distance a couple of times, Nero, and especially you've seen it in murals of old, like murals kind of done around the old Promare estate, and in person, like you've kind of witnessed it off in the distance. But it is unwise to tamper with something so self-sufficient. It would be a disrespect to visit without true ineffable intent. As such, no one's really visited it, mostly for the fact that, one, you're perhaps the only traveler you know of that visits the deep ethereal this often, but additionally, you've likely not had a reason to truly approach it, not something that would be worth upsetting the ire of Carmina Marigold. Except, now there is something there. I'm assuming you're looking through Malenko, right? Or just having a relay? Yeah. There's something
Looking through, I have way better perception.
Something catches your eye. There's a hole in the tree. It twists and warps slightly, and almost seems to change the way light falls upon its fragment. Everything around it is grayscale and in silhouette of this small, outstretching hole. That is what you see off in the distance of the tree.
Okay. All right. Well, at least at the very least, I now have a specific destination in mind for when all these goobers wake up.
All these goons.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, you beckon Malenko back, who is going to land kind of on, just once again, on your shoulder. And is just going to keep pretty close to you, just in general. She's not really going to fly off anywhere. But also just seems to be getting, like, a little closer because she seems very upset, just in general, with being around all of them, all the party.
Hmm.
I kind of want them to die.
I suppose we could do that. I mean, they're all asleep right now. Defenseless, weak. Wouldn't be hard at all, actually. But think about all death has done for you. Would you want the same grace for them?
No.
No. I know your grief, your pain. It's what brought us together. And let me tell you that well, I can imagine it's only going to continue to pile up, especially with the way they go about things right now. The way they choose to view the world. So, all we really have to do is wait.
Wilfred keeps saying that they're gonna cure curses, but we don't
Mm.
want that, right?
No. Why would we? And I suppose it'd be well enough to follow them, see where that goes. Though it seems like they have many fundamental misunderstandings on the topic, and even their own goals. But that's fine.
We're gonna make
They'll realize sooner or later.
Gonna make them learn, gonna make them learn, gonna make them learn.
Yes.
But they're
For
really
one does not-
they're really not good at listening. No one heard me. Really. No one did.
Yes. People tend to ignore children, their cries and wants, because it's assumed all children cry, speak out, so they tend to be glossed over. But not anymore.
Kind of see her feathers starting to stand a little bit on end. And she just goes very dead quiet.
He's not supposed to be here. He's not supposed to be here.
Oh, this seems, when she repeats it, it goes from being, it seems like it's a more prescient thing. So can I do a perception check? Like,
Yeah,
is there someone
absolutely.
literally here?
Absolutely.
Wow. Long rest in this game? That were fools to think.
We're not getting
28.
it.
28.
You immediately kind of snap your eyes around, looking over the rest of the party who are all asleep at this point. No elves here right now, so everyone is just absolutely asleep on the ground. No one's meditating or anything. And you look up exactly to where Malenko's head is, and you see, just peeking through the tree line, are just these exhausted eyes. They're completely bloodshot and are just staring over the party. You see this cloudy mop of hair kind of pushed to the side, long outstretched deer antlers, and this man with this kind of like slightly cracked jaw to the side. It's kind of slightly crooked right now. And you see him looking over the party. He's not looked up at you guys yet, but his hands are just clenching and unclenching.
Just based on what I assume Malenko's told me, do I recognize this as Jesper?
Yeah.
I think as I see Jesper approach, I'm gonna... I think I'm gonna... I can communicate telepathically with my Find Familiar, I think.
Yep, you can.
And so I'm just gonna look at Malenko and say, do you want him gone?
She kind of just keeps opening and closing the beak. Feathers are just fully outstretched and puffed.
You feeble-minded me. You didn't listen to me. You feeble-minded me and didn't listen to me.
No more of that. Let's try not to disturb them while they rest. And I'd like to prep all my familiars to attack at once, including myself. Can I give you a little bit of a rundown of what I want to happen?
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's what's all gonna happen at once. Or I'm planning to at least. I'm gonna slowly draw my pistol, take aim at Jesper, who he hasn't noticed me, right? Not just he hasn't like looked over it, he hasn't noticed us.
He hasn't noticed you guys, yeah. Because he's so dead focused on the party.
That means I get advantage on this, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
For me attacking. So I'm gonna shoot, and at the same time, I'm gonna send up Wilf. I'm gonna send out. Actually, you know what? Can I have? Yeah. I think I'm gonna shoot, and then at that same immediately after I shoot, I'm gonna have Marcel take a charging attack at him. Beast of Land, and I'm gonna have Charpay fire with the flaming attack.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna basically I'm just trying to get the drop on this guy, just fuck him up all at once.
So you're like preparing this right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I want you to first, like, I guess roll stealth against perception here. Just to see.
Okay. Well, since this is all prepping, can I get help action guidance? Is there anything stopping me from doing that?
No, there's not.
Let's see. My stealth isn't that high, but with an 18 on the die plus 8, that's a 26.
Yeah, no, you absolutely succeed that stealth. And I don't think anyone in the party has a passive perception higher than a 26 either. So that's also not going to wake anyone up. No
You are
one's
not
gonna...
waking me up. I am not interested.
You might not wake up either. My gun's silent, and
True.
maybe
True.
So we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
It is a silenced gun. So yeah, you just immediately flip out this like really kind of ornate pistol, kind of topped off here and there with like little golden trims and such that take the form of marigolds, and the rest of your your menagerie kind of begins to encircle and prepare. Just the fog almost follows you in a way. You're very good at like being able to kind of conduct to where it goes at this point from being in the ethereal for so long. So you kind of allow it to wrap around you and your group so that no matter what, you're gonna get the jump.
Actually, because I have time to prep since I'm jumping him. That means I can take two bonus. So I could potentially take 2 bonus actions, right? One and then another.
Yeah.
If one was cool, then I'm gonna because I was gonna have charpay attack as a bonus action, but before that, I'm gonna start concentrating on. Actually, wait. Never mind. I forgot. Lightning arrow replaces your damage. It doesn't add on to it, which is
Yeah.
stupid.
Ranger spells, fuck.
But flame arrows adds
True.
on to it.
True.
And because I have charpay near me, that'll also increase the damage dice
Oh shit.
for the fire damage. So I'm gonna do that. And if I have them all attack at once, do they all get to roll with advantage, or since
They
we're just
do.
jumping his ass, full surprise round? Cool. With the gun, that definitely hits. That's a 15 plus 13. With let's see, with Marcel, let's see, that's a 14 plus spellcasting, which does a 25 hit?
25 hits.
Cool. I'm gonna boost out with Ring of Amity and make it an auto crit.
Fuck. Yeah. No. Absolutely.
And then I'm gonna throw one of my Strike of Giant feats that my companion has onto that too.
Yeah. Absolutely. Holy shit.
And then Charpay, let's see. That's a 17 plus like 11, so that's like 28 to hit. Does that hit?
Yes.
I assume
yeah.
it hits.
Yeah. 25 hits. That absolutely fucking hits. What do you mean?
Or, I don't know. Maybe his AC goes up by 5 every time he gets his shit kicked in.
No, it doesn't. At least you have that confirmed.
Cool. Let's see. So let me start doing all this damage calc.
Good lord. Everyone's just fucking snoozing.
Everyone's just taking. They're just taking a napsy, you know.
It's been a long day.
Force.
It's been a long hour.
It's really been a long hour.
D6. D8. Hey, I'm helping you guys out.
You are. We appreciate
Thank
that.
you, thank
Tell
you.
him.
This is
You're
why we
not
miss you every
kidding.
time you log off for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Every fucking time. All I see in the chat is I miss Tony. Every fucking day.
Hey, sometimes it's I miss Cole Radical.
That too.
Yeah, so you, all
And this is a charging attack, so that's 2d6, 2d6.
Yeah.
A charge adds onto it, and then strike a giant.
Yeah. No, this is gonna fucking obliterate shit. Absolutely. So you're just like slowly kind of like raising and just slowly steadying the pistol's aim. It's a very fluid movement, I'd imagine, very kind of just like not purposefully elegant or given any flourish. It's just practical, like precise, very precise.
Yeah.
And you raise that up, and despite the fact that all of the creatures that are your friends, despite the fact that their bodies to the outside are most definitely mangled, they all move in a way that is fluid. In the way that you have shaped them all, they have grown comfortable with their locomotion. It's not a stumble. It's not the crawl of some fractured, fully broken beast. Instead, it's something a lot more fluid, as all of them start to circle. The fog following them all in this kind of like slow pattern as Marcel begins to kind of drag across the ground, just slowly like skulking and such, tail gently kind of flowing against the ground and kicking up a little bit more of that fog. Milenko on your shoulder is going to kind of like step back and is just gonna, she's looking forward, not looking away, is just looking at it and kind of just tilts head a little bit, and you still keep precision, and everyone else is about ready to converge.
Cool. Let me tell you all the damage numbers then.
Yeah.
Cool. Pistol did 14 force. Between Charpay fire arrows and Strike of Giants, it's 28 fire, and then Marcel did 50 slashing damage, for a total of, because unless resistances pop in, that's 92 damage.
And you aim yourself, and right as you fully just like click back the kind of like final part of your pistol, you just slightly click that back in absolute dead silence. That doesn't even make a noise. What's scary about this onslaught?
Wait, 98. Sorry, 98. Sorry.
What's horrifying about this onslaught is that it quite literally does not make any noise. There is nothing. You could hear a pin drop. The gun fires, and there is nothing. The wind just slightly parts, as does the fog, as at once there is a convergence. There is no slam. There's no ricochet, there is no bang. There is no great snap of noise, like one would expect in an explosion. Instead, it's something a lot more precise. As you shoot the man in front of you, there is that perfect silence for a moment. And then it always, always gets loud. As you all hear, "Ah! Ah! 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 Ah!" As
Benny, can you not snore so much?
That wasn't me. Eros is up and readying Spirit Guardians.
yeah, you guys all immediately just like sit up slowly but surely, kind of like differently, taking in this noise in very different manners. But as you guys are slowly able to turn
the kind of person who just...
Yeah, as you guys are able to turn your direction towards Jesper in the tree line, Nero, that is when, of course, because the bullet absolutely shockwave the fog out of your way, that is when it fully clears onto you and fully clears onto Malenko on your shoulder. Malenko.
Don't worry, Malenko. The bad man will not be around for long. No more feeble minds be forced upon you.
Who are you? What did you do? Malenko, that's not you, baby, is it? Who are you? I came here to
I'm
kill
the
them.
caretaker she chose.
No, my daughter is dead.
Yes, and in the face of that failure, I gave her another chance.
You think you can just do that? So, first you all insult me! First, you all... You kill her. And then... You do this. Monsters. You're all fucking monsters. You're all fucking monsters.
Oh, I'd say you're... Oh, yes. You're quite right about that.
You turned my daughter into a beast.
I gave her the chance you never did. No more dear men controlling her, asking her mind to be rent on her behalf, and for a foolish father to think that's what she actually wanted.
No, you can't just say that.
Her mind's much clearer now, separated from the pain, from the control inflicted upon her. You made quite a mess of her.
He is just going to start stepping back.
Opportunity attack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. No advantage because he's.
That 20? Fucking woof, dude.
Fuck! I gotta pull up my Strike of Giants thing now again because I gotta throw on that extra
Oh.
damage.
Fuck. Man literally shows up and solves all your guys' problems. Revives
Well,
everyone.
creates
That's just
more.
what Tony does.
but-
That's just what Tony
yeah.
does.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's why Tony joined us.
Yeah.
2,
Was to be that guy.
4 plus 12, and then. You know what? Fuck it. Let's knock his ass prone.
Oh.
Another D6, or try to at least. Let's see. So that's 38 slashing, and he needs to make a strength save at disadvantage because crunchy crits means
Crunchy
saves
crits.
are at disadvantage.
Yeah, fucking crunchy ass crits. God damn.
Yeah, let me know what he gets, bro.
That's a 15.
That's a 5. Ooh, yeah, that's a fail. So his ass is knocked over.
God. Yeah. No, absolutely. So it's Marcel doing this attack, right?
Yeah.
He is going to slither up and is going to just plunge these, like, talon claws into his back and just rake into them and kind of just drag him to the ground and just kind of right down Jesper's back. And Jesper is just gonna go and he's just fully knocked to the ground on the floor. Marcel just towering over him.
She didn't say you could leave yet.
Milenko. I'm going to make this right. Gods, I promise I'm going to make this right. I promise. I don't know what they did to you. And I haven't done anything good to you either, but this isn't right. This isn't right. You've done something. You've done something to her mind. You've corrupted her.
Oh, I don't do anything to the mind. I simply give people the opportunity to let out the grief and rage and pain that's been inflicted on them onto others. I gave her a choice. She took it.
His eyes are just wide. I promised you I was going to fix things. I promise you I'm going to fix things. I promise you. I promise you.
Nero?
Yes?
We were talking about how if we kill all them, that would be better for them, because it was better for me.
Yeah.
Then can we not kill him?
Okay then. We can leave him alive. But don't worry. He won't get the chance to cage you. All of us will make sure of that. Me and Marcel and Wilfred and Velk and Charpay.
I don't know who
Just
you
let me
are.
know if you change your mind.
I don't know who you are. know what you are. Is that just what you do? You just pick off the grieving, turn them into monsters for what?
Pick them off. No. They find me. They draw to me with all their grief and rage, and all I do is offer them a choice. To take their unfinished business, take the pain of the world, and give it back to the world. Some choose not to take that union. Some do. Very simple accord, really.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is Jesper, is he far away? Is he within 30 feet of us?
From where you guys are sleeping? No, I think
Yeah.
Nero's kind of up to the front a little bit more.
Okay, so I probably wouldn't be able to get him with the whisper bow. I
Actually, I
mean
think-
communicate, not get
I
him.
think you can get closer.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess she kind of, like, discreetly just, like, wriggles herself on the ground as if she's still asleep, that she's gonna be getting closer, and she wants to get within distance that she can contact Jester with the whisper.
Mm-hmm.
Eris is sat back down because he's not gonna do anything.
Don't keep just taunting him. You should just go. You'll have a lot of other opportunities to murder us later. Don't worry about that. I don't know what's going on either. I don't even know how you got here, that you should go.
He's going to very tersely nod, and you see that in response. He's gonna slowly get to his feet. He's gonna just look back.
Nero?
Yes.
Kind of puffs up, and you get the sense that she is wrestling with two different trains of thought right now. Eventually,
Speak your mind.
I don't want to see him again.
Forever? I don't know if I need an insight check here, but is this an implication that maybe she changed her mind on the whole, keeping him alive thing?
Insight her.
14 plus 19. That's what? Big number?
Big number.
33, yeah.
You get the sense that her thoughts right now are very much just a mess. That a lot of it is still just from being pretty fresh off of the corruption process, or their configuration process, that's still kind of struggling with those deep instinctual urges that kind of push through. Some of the ones like Marcel and such are able to kind of articulate themselves and think a little bit clearer. There's no mind alteration in the process, of course, but still it is a very shocking thing to be pulled from death to life again. Her thoughts are muddied. You think eventually it does settle, though, to the point where there is this deep and very comfortable understanding of death that a child should not have. And she genuinely doesn't want that upon him. But you get the overwhelming sense that this is going to be her last straw. This is her last shred of mercy. But eventually it settles on, let him go.
Okay.
Jesper is
You've
gonna
been granted. Yeah.
he takes another step
I would-
back. Or no, he's on the ground. Marcel's
He's-
still over him. Never mind.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think Marcel's gonna back off, and Nero's gonna say, "She's decided to grant you mercy just this once, Mr. Vatrick. On the condition that you do not bother her again. Now leave. We have no more use for you."
Is going to send one more message through the whisper. For the love of the gods, you have to help me fix this.
I don't know. I don't think Charpay would say anything in response to that. She's just on the fucking ground. I think now that she's like, she might have noticed that Malenko can tell every time. So at this point, she's just gonna, she just yawns and she just kind of like hugs the boat to her chest and she rolls over.
Was the whisper to just Charpay or to like the
It
group
was
chat?
it was
The
just
mental.
me and Jesper.
Yeah.
Go. I'll try.
He's gonna turn heel. And he is going to walk away, just stumble off into the forest, and eventually the fog is going to surround him and vanish.
I'm sorry.
Well, good job, everyone. I think that calls for a round of good berries. Get over here, Marcel. Charpay.
Oh, yeah, so you're just like casting some good berries and such and just handing them out to everyone who very gladly is going to take them.
Yeah.
Benny, I'm sorry I accused you wrongly of snoring.
Oh, it's all right. I'll make some coffee. Would everyone like some?
Is it morning or was it just like interrupted?
Actually,
Yeah,
is it morning?
what do they get, like a short rest out of that?
We got a short
No,
rest out of
please.
that.
Fuck,
please.
fuck.
Fucking spell
No,
slots.
I'm going back to bed.
No, I'm just kidding. You guys get a long
Oh.
rest. You're good. You're good.
Oh, time for the morning coffee. I'm so sorry, new friend. Names often slip my mind at my age. Nero? Was it?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Here I was thinking I was totally losing it. Would you like a cup of coffee?
Yes.
Excellent. That's, Charpay, coffee?
Yes, please.
Eros, coffee?
Yeah, thank you.
You're too young.
Darden.
Point at Arden. You're too young, hon. Alright, so that's 4 coffees. Perfect.
Like, from right next to you, Marcel kind of just grumbles.
Oh, Marcel, would you like a coffee? I'm very sorry. I'm not sure if in the forums you're in if you can drink or eat or not. I didn't mean to be exclusionary.
Is just gonna hold hand out, like, kind of corrupted claw and kind of just grab another good berry, and is gonna have that instead.
Alright, 4 cups of coffee.
Yes, well, I hope you're all feeling well rested, because I've identified seems to be the location and source of all this distress in the ethereal.
Mm-hmm. Anything to brief us on, or are we just gonna go?
Suppose I could, but it might be more fun if I didn't.
That's up to you.
Yes.
I'd appreciate a bit of information. But again, up to you.
What do you think, Malenko? Should we give your murderer a little bit of information?
No.
Some gob...
No.
Hmm.
Fair enough. Well,
So who's ready to leave?
is the coffee ready yet?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Get to it.
Yeah.
You guys can sip and walk. On that note, I am also gonna go grab a coffee, so I'm gonna BRB.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Roleplay.
Yeah.
I'm glad at least out of all the things in the world that may change, the coffee remains.
Real.
For now.
For now.
No.
Oh, please, Benny and his fucking stupid coffee machine is all we have.
The mental
all we
image
have left.
of him just like with a Keurig strapped to his back at all times. during
No, not the
adventure.
Keurig, but I have a vendetta against
Bro's
Keurig.
got a Bodum press, okay?
True, he's got something fancy. He's got the whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
Gotta make Eros his silly little cappuccino.
True. Man, this shit sucks.
This
Sorry,
shit
there's no milk
sucks.
frothers in the astral plane. Sorry about that. Or ethereal.
We need to shake the milk really
Okay.
hard then.
It's okay. I didn't even think we would have milk.
Yeah. Oh no, there is no milk. I was just
Yeah, we've
clarifying
been drinking this
there was
black.
no
Yeah.
milk frother
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
So how's everyone feeling?
Not good.
Oh boy,
It's so windy outside. I'm
The
scared.
beasts you travel with are all people who love or hate us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
think
guess
the
they
word love is
consented.
doing a lot of fucking legwork
Most
here.
of the people you travel with are people I've never met.
Yeah. I remember specifically being scolded about wanting to talk to Wilfred through the veil, so that hurts a little bit, but I mean, I guess if he consented, whatever.
Real.
How do you feel
Well, I mean,
becoming a Pokemon
hey,
trainer?
you wanted to talk. I gave him an opportunity to have real ass hand. That's
Fair
all I'm
enough.
saying.
Fair enough. Although he was spending time with his real ass mom, if that's anything.
He was.
How do you feel about
Not
You were
becoming a
being
Pokemon
was.
trainer with a gun?
Yeah.
Wonder if we should
This-
add a cat
this
to my
says a lot.
arsenal.
No, please, I just got back.
I think your team's as good as it's gonna get.
Also, can
Oh
you...
no, it gets better. I haven't even activated some stuff yet.
Oh,
I meant that Eros would not help you in your party composition.
yeah. I did not optimize his stats at all, which means I have
Oh, that's
all
fine.
sorts of fun
I'll
stuff.
change them for you.
His
Great.
IVs are terrible though.
His IVs are fucking shit. Also, I
Shove
don't think
some
that'd be
bottle
the
caps
best.
down your throat.
Well, I don't think that'd be the best on having Malenko and Eros in the same thing.
Hmm.
It's fine. She'll peck you while you do cat stuff in combat.
Like hunt birds or something. I don't know. I could kill a child twice.
You sure could.
I sure could.
It's likely to happen.
Oh God. Wait, no, that is the second child that's been killed in my presence.
The audio is crackling? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it should be fixed now, but thank you for letting me know. Yeah. I think we're good.
So many dead children.
At
So
least
little
two.
time.
Yeah. An unfortunate amount.
There's a buzzing noise coming from the stream whenever someone talks. Audio's better now? Okay, cool. Cool. Glad it's better now. Okay. Thank you everyone for letting me know. I think it was just because I went away. I think it's honestly just my headphones. Which is wild that the output is coming through that. I gotta fix that shit. But yeah, we should be good.
Wow.
Wow. Alright. So, you guys, I suppose, led by Nero, are going to begin to walk without any further indication as to where exactly you might be going ever crossing your mind. As you walk,
I think-
before... Oh, yeah, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, as we're walking, I have, probably, I think the setup, Nero's walking in front with probably Phoenix? No, I'll come up with the Malenkro of that later. But Charpay's on my shoulder. And let's see, I've got Marcel walking next to me, I think, and I think there's this funny little thing going on where Marcel's like a crocodile, and like his mouth is jaw's sort of hanging open, and Malenko's sort of just perched at the end of his like jaw,
Inside of there.
just
Yeah,
hanging out
absolutely.
there. Yeah, just in there.
Occasionally the jaw kind of just like, due to the nature, is kind of like locking just slightly, not enough to actively do anything to her. In fact, it seems that she's kind of enjoying it as almost like a swinging motion or a rocking thing. But yeah, those two are hanging out down there. Is there any discussion or anything during the travel, or are we all just, everyone is just kind of, good lord.
I mean, Eris is probably just like tuning his lyre.
Mhm.
Yeah, not much.
Things are a little awkward, and there's lots of pretty flowers to look at, so
Yay!
I'm good.
I'm drinking my coffee.
Coffee, a little bit of tuning.
I don't know, I guess the one thing I can do, I mean, how many of these flowers do I recognize? Like,
Ooh, roll nature.
what do I know about this place? Okay, actually, what? Have I rolled nature before? Guess not. Anyway, intelligence, +1, so 17.
17. With a 17, I think what you do notice as you guys are walking is, Arden, a lot of these flowers are definitely just like ones from the material plane, but made a little bit more ephemeral in the way that they kind of shift and morph. Everything has that quality to it, just in general. But a lot of roses. Interestingly enough, they kind of color coordinate to your guys' group as you guys go ahead. Like, almost every time a tree passes by, it changes colors based on, like, who is kind of, like, nearest to the flower patch when things change. It's an ever-shifting environment that almost takes and, like, bleeds and such your own, like, personal kind of colors into the environment around you. It paints the picture of you. But while you're walking, Arden, you do notice a single flower that is entirely black and white. And you recognize from the way that it blooms, it's a mirage flower. The same type that, on that walk with Zabalba, he had used to demonstrate prions.
I'm gonna, like, not split off from the group exactly, but just, like, like, move a little bit further to the edge and, like, carefully try and poke the flower with something.
Yeah, so you kind of, like, everyone's walking at, like, a relatively decent pace, so you're kind of able to just, I mean, you're also a monk, you can very easily catch up with everyone once again.
Yeah.
You wander over and are going to poke the mirage flower. As was demonstrated, a non-infected flower is supposed to break out into a bunch of illusory duplicates of itself. You poke it. Nothing happens.
Guys, I found an infected flower.
Mm-hmm.
We must be
Infected.
getting close then.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a mirage flower, but it just stays the same. It doesn't, like, duplicate.
I see.
Mm.
Good spotting, Arden.
That's the thing I have, right?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fun.
So I guess be careful. And then she just sort of rejoins the group.
Eris is gonna try to subtly just like snap the marigold and then just try to drop it to the side.
You do. another one immediately is going to.
Do I see
Nothing
this
happened.
happen?
Don't worry.
Yeah.
You don't see shit.
Fine, roll. Okay, stealth. If you're trying to cover that shit, it's stealth versus perception.
Surely this will work.
Surely I will win this.
He snaps his head 180 degrees around to get
What's
your
up?
ass.
I rolled a 2.
All right. Well, I'm not even gonna roll because my passive perception is 23.
Yeah. Absolutely.
With my perception
Same.
modifier, that's a 14. But nope, that's perception. With my stealth modifier, that is a 15. But I don't think that work.
No, it's not gonna. Passive perception beats that.
Something happened.
You okay?
Did you see this?
I wasn't looking.
Right.
Yeah. It's only.
Seems like a garden that needs to be trimmed.
He gives you like a half look, but like you're being nice to Malenko, and he fucking murdered her, so he's not gonna.
Hey, you want to take your shot, big man? Go right ahead.
In
I'm saying
character,
that out of character,
okay,
out of
great.
character. I wanna
Okay, great. I
clarify,
had
out
to
of
clarify.
I was like, I was taken aback by that.
Yeah, no, out of character. That's out of character. That was me saying that to you. Out of character.
Oh,
I think if I
man.
tried that at any point in time, I would evaporate immediately.
Yes, most certainly.
I did try that, just with Gideon. Keeps walking.
Can I pick up the marigold?
You can.
Cool. I'm gonna pick that up. Put it in my bag.
You do. And you go to put it in the bag. It does not wilt at any point. It doesn't give any sign of it, like, dying in any particular way. In fact, it stays just as pristine as it was when it was just plucked. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit for it to wilt if it were a regular flower, but you just get the sense. You notice the sheen. Very similar to the one that you have adorned right now. Just not as refined as that one.
Yeah.
As it does, yeah, so you put that in your bag. I think Malenko actually would bobble over to you with the flower and would just like sit there in like a very expectant manner. She
Oh, sorry. Say that again.
Malenko just kind of bobble, like when you grab the flower. I think before, as you're going to put it in the bag, though, she just like kind of flutters out from Marcel's dangling jaw and is gonna land on top of the bag and is gonna look at the flower.
I think, can I take like a little bit of string out of my bag, maybe tie it around the stem, and then like sort of like secure it to her little chest, bird chest?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then she, there's like this small kind of like giggling
You know,
noise.
between the fucking.
Yeah, that like crest area. As you do, she is going to let out a giggle. It's like the closest to a crow noise that she kind of tends to do. It is more of a crow cackle if anything else, and is going to flitter back off onto Marcel. To which you guys very briefly hear. I feel like when I make the voices very normal, that is what Nero hears. The rest of you guys hear it as much more broken. So you kind of vaguely hear the impression of just like, what do you got there, kid? Oh, nice. Nice flower for you. Suits you well. But instead it's just kind of low and growling and overtaken by rumbles.
Well, they keep walking.
All right. Oh, hold on.
Ooh.
Say your mom?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, sorry. She just opened the door and just went like.
He was checking for Tony.
No,
How can you disappoint her?
On
It's-
Tony watch.
It's because I bullied her earlier today. I was like, you gotta stop just like showing up on stream and just entering my room, just barging in and just holding plates at me. I was like, I'm not gonna eat my food during stream, just like put it in the fridge. And then she's like, alright, I'm not gonna show up on stream ever again. She's spiting me. Alright. As you guys continue throughout the woods, Arden, you initially noticed that one mirage flower donned in black and white, not really picking up any pigment towards it. But eventually you start seeing a couple more here and there. And not just the mirage flowers, but some of the roses too, some of the marigolds, some of the other foliages, ferns, plants. They get a little bit more congealed, a little closer together, though interestingly enough, Nero, you know the direction towards the tree that you're heading towards, but the way they kind of cluster, it slightly veers off.
Yeah. I think maybe he starts following that, like how it veers off, seeing if that leads somewhere specifically.
Yep. So you guys just like have kind of been walking because it's kind of a straight shot towards the tree, and very suddenly are just taking a swivel turn. Pretty much out of nowhere.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she follows.
Yeah, sure.
Benny follows.
All right. This is just Nero and the gang.
I
And
do.
the
is.
gang.
We're all
It
just
is.
like, well, this guy knows where things are here. I don't.
Yeah.
So
What the fuck am I gonna do?
I know you said you didn't really. Just. Would you be open to telling us if we were going to fight anything, at least?
Well, you might know that better than me, seeing as it's your friend that's infected with whatever this seems to be. I
Nice
just know
rhyme.
great. I just know that there's great pain and torment here.
All right.
well, if it has anything to do with Zavala, that would be the case.
I'm gonna cast aid.
Yeah, doing it before combat.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah. Yeah. Woo!
Yeah.
We're so back. All right.
Who's
Yeah.
getting
still
it?
back.
What level?
Yeah. Who's getting it?
Okay. 3 creatures within range. So, sorry, I don't have your consent to cast fight spells on you, so it's gonna be Charpay, Arden, Benny. Probably gonna stick it at 7th or 8th level.
Yeah, damn.
Woof.
Look, man,
Big
Ethan tells me to do
numbers.
things, and I go, okay, so I'll put it at 7th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love.
You know what? Aid's probably a good idea. I'll cast aid too.
Wow.
Probably not as crazy high. Probably like 5th level. I think I'll go 5th level aid. I'll go Marcel, Charpay, not Party Charpay, other one. Phoenix Charpay, and last one I'm gonna throw on Malenko. Yeah. So that'll be 20 HP for each of them.
That'll be 30 HP for each of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, the two of you guys immediately are going to cast aid, just slowly walking forward into these woods. And as you guys are beginning to see more and more of these black and white, I love Ethan giving his full like breakdown as to why Eros is doing what they're doing. Shout out to Ethan. As you guys are making your way into these winding woods, the trees almost begin to bend inwards. And as you get within a certain distance that Nero, you feel a shift in pressure in the air. I want the rest of you guys to roll insight.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, all of you guys can roll insight.
Can do.
23.
Put them in rolls for me.
Yes.
Should I roll?
Yes. At advantage, but
Cool.
like, Also, your numbers
Your ass
are...
knows everything.
Yeah.
Insight. There it is.
Okay, 14.
Oh man.
34. God. 10. Okay. Arden, insight?
Yeah, sorry, just pulling out my dice. There we go. Put them away so I won't lose them, and it is effective, but insight is +8, so 19.
19. Okay, so starting off from the bottom. Benny, you do notice a slight change. As previously mentioned, as you guys were walking, the ethereal plane tends to change with the people that are currently inhabiting it and that are currently inside of it. It fluctuates very frequently. The most you notice is the addition of a couple of red flowers alongside the rest of the colors present within your party. But you don't get much more than that. Eros, you also begin to see a couple more of those red flowers popping up here and there alongside the black and white ones. But you also feel a very slight, very, very slight tug. Just subtly. Charpay, you have been around enough of this bullshit to just understand when ground is just inherently, the earth itself is just upset. You're able to just tell a point. Perhaps it's the connection you have to Mother Nature, Virila. Perhaps it's something else, but there's something here. There's something unwell. The reason that all of you guys rolled insight here and not perception is because Nero, Coney's fucking gone. There he is! Hello.
Tony!
You know what your curse does. And in the normal planes of reality and the material, no one else tends to get it. In the ethereal, things reflect outwards. Occasionally, those around you have been known to get the tiniest little bit of insight, kind of bolstered by your curse. You, of course, feel it, though, firsthand. As you begin stepping down this path, you feel something new extend into the reaches of your mind. And what you feel is not common for a lost soul. Because a lot of the time, the ones that linger are angry. They are very firm in their resolve because they know what happened to them and they want better. What you feel is terror in the air. Just a fundamental, shocking fear that kind of rides up the back of your neck and makes some of your hair stand on end. Something is absolutely and utterly terrified nearby. You guys all cast 8 on yourselves. You still going forward?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm following Nero.
Could I have a spell prepared?
Yes.
In my hand, I am going to have Radiant Blast prepared.
Okay. You slowly begin to summon that in a small ball inside your hand of just radiant celestial energy.
Yes.
As you guys kind of go around a bend of trees, you all just feel the temperature of the air go cold. There is nothing physically in front of you, And yet you know there is something there. A formless nothing. And you hear the air kind of whispering, just slightly. Inside Ostia, Malaysia, needed the sunlight. No. It's all over. No. Surgery scheduled for tomorrow. Tomorrow? What day is it? What year is it? No.
I guess I'll ask, is that a voice any of us recognize?
No.
Did we stop walking, or are we still going towards it?
Yeah,
I mean, I think-
Yeah, I think you would keep going, just, cautiously.
I'm gonna cast a quick, hold on, did I shuffle that out?
Good question.
I did shuffle that out.
You just long rested. I'm willing to let you shuffle.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a quick, divination.
Sure.
Just send that ahead to see,
What are you asking?
divination is the... Shit, wrong thing. Clairvoyance.
Augury? Okay.
Clairvoyance.
Ah, clairvoyance. Okay. Yeah, no, you are going to just kind of send out this kind of illusory eyeball forward. It's not gonna give you anything extra here. This, whatever it is, this kind of formless nothing, is about 10 feet in front of you guys, and it's just radiating these occasional calls for help, these cries and such, just very faintly on the wind.
Can I roll like an Arcana check to see if we were to keep getting closer, would it form into something?
Yeah, roll Arcana.
Cool. And guidance.
Yeah.
I'll throw that on. 21.
This is a freshly manifested soul. It is yet to form itself into any meaningful way, and yet it exists outside of the Great Sorting Tree, meaning that it has some sort of unfinished business. They tend to linger out here before making their way towards the Great Marigold Tree. This one is very new. It's kind of... You get the sense that it will start to form, but assistance could help it. Depends.
Yeah. I think I'll approach then. Still cautious, but I'm definitely I'll head straight for it.
You do, and you start walking towards it, cautiously, slowly, and what you guys see appear out of the air is this kind of spectral appendage, just very slightly. It doesn't seem to fully choose what form it is. It doesn't fully choose if it's going to be a hand or a leg or a foot or something like that. And it's just going to kind of... The way it moves is as if it's trying to grab onto something to brace. It doesn't end up grabbing anything, and that appendage just kind of whisks off into nowhere, followed by... What was that? What was that?
Would it be ill advised to help it?
Is there something I can do here? I just want to clarify. Just, mechanics and just things.
You could certainly reach out and start trying to configure it.
You know what? Yeah, I'll do that.
Sure. This is kind of... I don't even think I fully talked to you on the mechanics of this, but it kind of is just the process of having to kind of talk to it and help unravel it. while doing some checks here and there.
Okay. So, who might you be?
I am a cleric. I help those
Ooh.
in need.
Yes. Do you remember your divinity?
Divinity. I was supposed to go to the great fields of Verilla. Why am I not there? Why am I not in those great fields? What happened to them? What happened to the flowers?
Okay, now normally this is an unfinished business thing, but I'm trying to figure out. I can do some sort of check for this, but like, do I think that the fucked up prion flowers are actively like messing with souls here?
You can roll nature to check.
Cool. Nature. It's 21.
You see as that appendage is going to kind of reach out again, that normally this process kind of stays along a certain streamlined kind of path. Once it starts taking shape, it's not predictable per se, because they usually end up pretty mangled, but it keeps like a relative aesthetic towards it. It keeps kind of on the same line. There's just slight moments where it shifts. There's slight moments where the rest of you guys see those appendages that start to look like flesh instead start to look like antler.
Could be the flowers.
Okay. Yes, this is unfamiliar to me. This is not a soul still here because of unfinished business. This is a soul that has not been allowed to move on. That's a correct assessment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's terrified.
Mhm.
Is there a way to help it move on?
I'm gonna shuffle forward and it's not a lot in the long run, but it's like, I mean, just do what you can. Just a little song of rest. It's not specifically for this, but figured it'd be a little comforting at the very least.
As you're strumming that away, you hear music. Flowers. Flowers. You have a flower? Where's the field? I'm supposed to go to the field when I've done what I've had to. I'm ready. Why don't I have a flower, and why do you? One of those hands reaches out. This time it does fully form as a hand, except instead of where nails should be, it is small, poking antler sets. They kind of extend outwards. It's going to reach onto your chest, Eros.
He backs up.
Oh. What happened? I thought you were giving them hope.
Are you asking that to the spirit?
Does anyone?
To Eros. That's directed
yeah.
at Eros, I
Yeah.
thought. Yeah.
I was gonna say, does anyone else see those antlers on the fingernails?
I assumed we all
Yes.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yes.
He's gonna just gently just try to like shift the hand off. You'll get there. It's going to take a while, but there's something wrong, and we're here to help.
All of the flowers are dying. Without it. All of the flowers are dying without sunlight. Without it. We need it back. Osteomalacia.
Goes back to humming the little song of rest, because not much else he can say to that.
Yes. And the song of false hope continues on. Let's move on. Though you can keep strumming if you'd like.
Are we just leaving them? Is there anything else we can do? Asking you, I don't know.
I think, Oh, yeah, I was about to ask Dean. I think, like, realistically, there's not much that can be done here, right? Because even if they're fully formed, they're gonna fully form with whatever infection's been laid upon them, on their soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to solidify that.
It's kind of what you get from it, is that something is very wrong with this process. And that, yeah,
It's not something I'd just be able to greater restoration away, right?
you could certainly try.
Could I roll Arcana to see if I'd need a heal or just fucking go for it?
Roll Arcana, yeah.
Okay. Not the worst, unfortunately. My stats aren't as Arcana, but that's a 16.
The real issue here is that this hand, though it touched you, you get the sense with how unstable it is right now, this, like, just floating appendage, that you could not reach out and grab and greater restoration it while it's not solidified.
Okay. It'd be difficult to do regardless. If it solidifies, I could try greater restoration.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. No. Sorry. I was having some issues on my end.
That's okay.
You're good. That was just dead silence. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I think you'd certainly be able to solidify it if you really wanted to. Though, if it doesn't work, all you've done is damn this person. Unless you have hope it'll work and you'd like to take the shot anyways.
Oh, solidify? I don't know how I would.
You talk to them, you coax them, you ask them about their life, and they start to reform. You could very well do that. But if you can't greater restoration them, then all you've done is really solidified the infection as well.
Give it a shot.
Will it?
Milenko's gonna, like,
On its own?
kind of step back a little bit and is just... She's very puffed up. She's very nervous about this.
Just like a half glance. He seems almost like ashamed to glance at her himself, but he's just not like I already done some weird stuff, so
I assume it would form on its own eventually, right? If that's what happens to every soul.
Well, the process is wrong right now. It's unclear what might happen to the soul if left untouched.
flower fields, right? You mentioned a field of flowers?
Yes. In the great texts.
What does it look like?
In the great texts and tomes of Verla, it is said that we all go and join the flower field at the end of the day. Golden flowers on a hill, great pomegranate trees. We're all supposed to go there. We're all supposed to go. Why am I not there? I've done everything right.
You're getting there. What shape are the flower petals, do you know? When you picture them?
I see them as great begonias. Great begonias everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. No, that's not right. Those aren't in the books.
They're not in the books.
All right. What's in the books?
In the books, there's... I want you to roll. I want you to roll an Arcana check here.
Please stop asking me to. I can just slap guidance on this just willy nilly.
Yeah.
That's a thing I can do.
You can.
Great.
It's like a
That one.
Great.
Oh.
Oh.
Is there anything I can do to help action? Or is it just over?
You can help action, but you're gonna have to give a good reason of how you're helping this out. Is it
I know Varilla. I don't got much more than that.
I mean, like, maybe second eyes on this thing? Second set of Arcana eyes with your little whisper bow?
True. Maybe.
Can I give you a little thing here? Do you want to roll history for me real quick?
Ooh, sure. I'd love to.
Okay.
Surely it will work. 14?
Woof with the rolls this session, guys. 14 is, yeah.
When are our rolls ever good?
I don't think I rolled above a 10 this session.
Considering that it felt like just mere hours ago, when you hear her broken kind of noises of just, no, the books are wrong. They're not supposed to be wrong. It shouldn't be that. Does the field exist? I don't think it exists. Have I prayed for nothing? Have I prayed for nothing? Charpay. What she described. A golden field of flowers with pomegranate trees across a hilltop. You were just there. And it was vacant, besides you. But you at least have confirmation that what she is talking about is out there.
Yeah. I think Sharpay would like just to help Eros with this situation. She won't come too close, but she'll just like amble a little closer and maybe just like kind of crouch down to the ground. Pomegranates, right?
Golden pomegranates.
Right. It's beautiful there.
There's a folk
It's
song
still
about
there.
it.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember the song?
La da da da.
Da da da. La da 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 da. I love that song.
Is it out there?
It is out there. I won't lie to you. The world is having a generally bad time right now, but it's still there. Varilla is still there. Last I checked, she was a tree, but I don't know how that's going. And it's still there. We're gonna get this sorted out.
So yes, you can roll at advantage.
Surely it will work.
Surely nothing bad could happen.
It
Surely.
can only go up from here.
I can. That's not a lot. Arcana?
Yes.
9?
Guidance.
Guidance.
Come on.
Gideon's
Please.
rolling.
11?
1. Oh, 2.
2.
2. Congratulations.
Can I roll Arcana?
You
you
just
want-
give the help action?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I
Yeah.
think I have Jack of all trades, which lets me turn that into a 15.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
That
you
is a
should
good
have
thing.
that.
That's a good thing to
Wait,
do
you're not even
here.
proficient in Arcana?
No. I'm proficient in acrobatics, athletics, deception, insight, perception, performance, persuasion, and stealth.
Fair
Wouldn't
enough.
Jack of all trades make it 14 because it's half?
Yeah, but it's I have a +6 in proficiency. So it'd be 15.
Yeah, so
but no.
3 plus
Oh,
11
I
is
can-
14.
We're
It's
in
so
hell.
fucking Gaymer.
I can add.
You see another arm begin to crackle outwards. This one, it starts off from the fingertips this time. No antler nails on this hand. But as it reaches out to try and touch at the ground, as it gets to the elbow, it begins to shoot up and breaks that pattern that was starting to form of kind of warped, almost dryad-like flesh that was starting to form from the hands. It immediately just breaks off into these new textures. It's wrong.
Do I know any songs or stories about Verilla just from barding?
You have keen senses?
I have keen
Or
mind.
Keen mind, yeah. Oh, you're so lucky that you
Have
don't
you
have
listened to
roll
a
this
song
stuff.
within the past month of Verilla?
Not in the past
Because there's that
month,
time
yeah.
stipulation.
Yeah, right.
I know which way north is.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you roll a history for that.
Great. Love that for me.
You can do
Which
it.
guy hasn't
Surely.
betrayed me yet?
Surely. Oh no.
What's up?
Guys.
Big dog?
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
Okay. History is +3, so that's a solid 9.
Great.
Good lord. Just
Please
all
stop asking me to roll.
Alright.
My brother in Christ, you asked if you could do something.
You made the Subway sandwich. Arrows rolls the worst
You asked
fucking
to do a
soul.
check.
Arrows rolls the worst soul ever asked to leave the ethereal
I wish
plane.
we could leave. I wish we could leave.
He's just gonna go there gently. Could you teach me that folk song? I'm a bard and I would like a few more of your songs to my
Songs,
Songs.
dear Alice.
He's going to start humming what he heard of the folk song.
I know it.
I thought you just said you didn't hear it.
I said I don't have a lot of them in my repertoire. I heard the folk song because those two guys were humming.
I know it. I know it.
Mm.
I'll sing it for you.
Yeah.
Does Benny know it?
It's Song of a Hero.
Of course Benny would know it. Benny's getting out his fiddle, bro.
Alice. And it's starting to grow outwards and kind of extend as the hands kind of fall forward and begin to form a chest as well that is starting to crackle open and such with more horns that are...
He is going to sing louder and add lyrics that whatever fits the vibe.
Oh my god.
And just fucking... Oh, no? Okay, hold on.
This song has actual lyrics. It is a actual song in the Cursed Ones that Charpay and Crime both know. If Eros tries to
Okay,
do
so
this...
they can help you
So-
then.
Well, so Benny said he was pulling out his fiddle, so I assume that he knows it, right?
Yes.
Benny does.
So I'm gonna
Fiddle for us,
motion,
Benny.
give you a little motion.
Benny is going to make a performance check.
Yes. Can I help action?
Can I roll my own performance check for just like
no,
overall trying to?
we're gonna do a group performance here, so I want all
Okay.
Yep.
everyone who is involved in this performance to roll a performance check, please.
As long as I don't roll.
Guidance. I got a
Guidance.
22. You're a bard, please. Please, you're a bard.
You can do it, Bard.
That is an 18, if only because I rolled a 2.
Oh, I also
And
rolled
you have
an
a
18.
plus 16?
I do have a plus
Because-
16.
It works out.
Guidance.
It works out.
It works
That's still
out.
pretty good.
21.
Okay.
Now, what's
Um,
Benny get?
Oh, I got an 18 as well. I rolled a 12.
Hmm.
And I have a plus 6. Yeah.
Okay. And that is indeed enough. You guys have all succeeded on this performance check. So, as things are beginning to grow dire, as the form begins to crack outwards and kind of misshape and form and is starting to almost contort itself incorrectly. Just real quick, Arden and Nero, like, what are you two doing in response to seeing the soul kind of coming out incorrectly, just warping and cracking as these guys are struggling to keep it together?
I mean, I gave a pretty laid out, clear warning of the risks and rewards of this. So, you know, hey, they chose to go down this path, and if it works out, and if it works out, and if it doesn't, that's on them.
So you're kind of just standing back, just watching it happen. Not exactly... Yeah. Arden?
Hey, they want to be
Yeah,
heroes.
I don't really know that there's much Arden can do to help right now. I mean, she doesn't actually know the words of the song or the tune. So she'll just stand here, I guess.
Yeah.
Wait to see if there's something maybe she can do, but until then,
And
vibes based, I guess.
it's a lot of scrambling at first. It gets to the point where, Nero, you're almost certain that this is not going to work. That whatever they've done, they've unleashed something. But eventually, as the fiddle begins to slowly get into tune, followed by the lyre, they start to create a melody. At first, Milenko is going to kind of scoff at it in that same thing of before, you insulting, or not really insulting, but just generally that song of hope kind of jab you had made. But genuinely, as they start to play, and the charpay starts to hum along, and the spirit does too, it all starts to culminate into something harmonic. It just comes together. And from there, it's like all of that crackling, all of that wrongness, all of that grief, all of the terror starts to fade away. As the soul is put back into rhythm. It takes the form of an almost dryad-like creature, grand and made of twisting, beautiful vines and flowers. Eventually, they wrap around all of the kind of extended antler-like appendages and encircle and ensnare them. And it takes the form not of something humanoid. They rarely do. Instead, it is just going to take the form of like a small kind of songbird that eventually morphs down and is going to extend these wings that are made of great flowers and petals. And it is going to just blink these new kind of glowing eyes outwards as you guys continue to play to it. It whistles in tune with the song as you are humming and singing charpay. And eventually, it's just going to turn. I was a cleric, treating a case inside a ward in Wandermere. A woman. She had osteomalacia, a sunlight deficiency. We've seen it so much. I casted daylight. She needed sunlight. But she changed, that woman. And now I'm here. There's something out there. There's something out there that's stopping the flowers from blooming, that's stopping the field from being open. There's something. And it's growing.
I see it now. So thank you. I've done what I could as a healer. And now, I hope to be the one who is cared for.
You did well.
We'll take care of it for now.
Please do. They need to get better.
And the little soul is going to land down onto the ground, and a small ring of roots is going to appear around her and is going to kind of rise up and encircle as one of Carmina Marigold's appendages is going to reach up and kind of grab onto her and send her to her chosen afterlife.
Charpay waves to it as she goes. Bye. Tell Varela I said hi. That went better than expected.
Yes, you really pulled through at the end there.
Thanks, Benny.
Is Wilfred out right now? Is he having any opinions about all of this?
No, Marcel is out.
Okay, so Nero, about that
Yes.
song. That's a song Wilfred taught me. Well, it's a song that his mother taught him. I didn't actually know it was connected to Varela, I just thought it was connected to him.
Yes.
So I guess I'm just curious if he'll have any thoughts about all that.
Any opinions? Just brain to brain contact. Any opinions?
Genuinely heartwarmed by the song. And you almost feel like a little bit of a softening and such. And for a moment, you almost feel as if you might be struggling to kind of like, if you were to try and pull Wilfred to the surface right now, you almost get a sensation that you might struggle to grab onto Wilfred. Because it's like he's trying to kind of like drift into somewhere else, but eventually studies back into the current form.
Yes. It's very touched by your song.
Nice. Well, if that song can do something, that's very good news. I don't know if that'll be universal, but
Probably a
Just maybe figure out the lyrics a little quicker next time.
I'll write them down for you, Arrows.
Yeah, sure.
I say that.
I
don't know if I have paper.
No, I remember him. He has a little spellbook, songbook, same thing, and he just jots down the notes rather quickly
Yeah.
as they
She'll
walk.
Yeah, she'll do that cross-reference with Benny to make sure that she's not misremembering any of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
was it any of it Okay, Benny just gives a thumbs up.
a couple of incorrect lyrics here and there, but eventually you guys once again fully write down the lyrics and notations for the Song of a Hero.
Well, guess we're gonna keep going?
Yes. Good to identify the cause of all this.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys turn back around from the resting place of the soul. As you begin to walk away, though, there is still no resolution to those many black and white flowers that still pepper the scene. They remain there still. That land It's almost like it's been just infected. Something's managed to escape it, but it remains. You turn back towards the path towards the great marigold tree and are going to continue forward. And we are going to end this session off here.
Woo!
Ooh, spooky.
Kind of a little short and sweet one. We get some introductions,
okay.
a little campfire, kind of a little interlude as we get into the next arc here, Lost Souls.
We got a long rest.
We
did
succeeded at something, and we got a long
You
rest.
did
This
it.
has
We
never
finally
happened.
We
slept.
did it.
It took you
This is what
every fucking roll in the goddamn world.
Really, really,
Look,
really. It was really by the
look.
skin of your teeth, but you did get it. You got it.
My dice hate me.
Friendship. When we work together, we succeed.
Good lord.
I do have like a list of little songs that he puts together sometimes.
Well, now you have a new
Yeah.
one.
Yes, I know. I put that in there.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't know it, buddy. You were told you were Wilfred.
When I went into this, I did very little study for the
You were
Cursed
never
Ones
taught
campaign.
this, straight up.
That's
Like,
okay.
You were not taught this. Just like
I did
as
not go to college.
Eris
That is
does not
okay.
know this song.
I understand.
Bards,
That's okay.
all they do is go to college.
True.
Supposedly, I'm a fake bard who went to fake college.
True.
Yeah.
I
Got
see.
no knowledge.
All right. Let's go through some remarks, shall we? Tony, fucking Nero? Hello. Holy shit.
Hey, what's
Love-
up?
Love that guy. Just absolutely fucking
Fun.
nasty. So yeah, what is one thing you learned? What is one roleplay moment you liked?
Doc Steros again, and but also learned some new stuff about them too, on top of the usual doxing. Roleplay moment I liked. Let's see, I was definitely a fan of Charpay talking to Charpay. That was fun. Yeah.
Double Charpay. Cece,
Yeah.
what is one thing you learned? What's one roleplay moment you liked?
Well, I learned that the outlook is better than before, but oh no. I learned that Jasper is still alive and his ass got to the Ethereal Plane, so he must be doing alright generally. Well,
You
not
sure?
not well, but like he
He's
had a
introduced
skill.
as like ragged and bloodshot eyes and
Oh,
looking
yeah,
like
his job,
bad.
yeah,
His
well,
ass is not
well,
doing okay.
And then I blew him up with fucking everything.
He's not dead,
How close
and we
was, how
thought he was
close was he?
dead.
I did like
Pretty
over
close.
100. How close was
pretty,
he?
Pretty damn close.
Nah.
Like one more round would have maybe, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't get better. I don't like you, but that's something. Roleplay moment I liked. I really enjoyed that little good berry thing with all the little Pokemon. That was adorable.
This is gonna be
They
the thing
fucked him
now.
up and then they got their rewards. Yeah.
You love to
Yeah.
see it. You love to see it.
They're just gonna call them the Pokemon now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. It's his,
Should I
it's
call
his
them pals?
squad. No, it's his fucking squad. They're people too. They're not just Pokemon. All right. Ro, what is one thing you learned? What is one roleplay moment you liked?
I learned that hope is a thing that we're supposed to have, I guess. I guess. I feel like I should have a little more emphasis on that as the bard of the party, but we'll get to that.
You're a fucked up bard. That's okay.
You fucked up this bard.
I think this bard did
Yeah.
all their fucking up on their own.
Yeah, that's also
Yeah, it
fair.
was also kinda
Anyways, roleplay moment I liked the Pokemon fucking up Jipper.
The fucking Pokemon.
That was fucking sick as hell.
All right.
Gibber.
Yipper. I'm Dean. I'm the dungeon master. What is one thing I learned? That y'all will just follow any guy you meet to the ends of the fucking earth. Just most suspicious man alive. And then
No
everyone's like,
questioning
"All right."
whatsoever. Just immediately, all right, I guess this is what we're doing now.
We don't have a lot of options. You've made it clear to us that we are extremely powerless and terrible people.
Simply walk away.
Well, I don't know. Get better guards.
Get
Get
better
better.
guards.
What are we supposed to do?
souls.
Walk
I don't know.
away? Like,
Get better guards.
Yeah, you could.
He's still there. We can't.
You can simply turn around.
You can follow.
You can just leave. You can just leave.
I know, like, the whole if it sucks, hit the bricks, but also it hasn't sucked yet.
I mean, this
Maybe
hasn't
everything
sucked
sucks.
yet. Like, that's the thing.
Maybe if you
Everything
guys
in the
could
world
simply
sucks.
just leave the ethereal plane, life would be so easy.
Yeah, have you guys considered that if it sucks, hit the bricks doesn't work if you just walk into the sucky situation in the first place? Just leave before it gets
I mean, the
sucky.
other
It's that
option-
simple.
We could walk
Look,
out
the
of the
other
sucky
option is wandering
situation.
around aimlessly in this forest, which sounds...
Yeah, that's how
Oh,
we get
worse.
murdered by
Oh.
Jesper. This was better for us.
Fair enough.
Hey, I mean, hey, and I've probably saved them. Jesper's being a creep, just staring at them.
Yeah,
We did.
we're on one
We
hit
were
point.
all on 1 hit point. Yes.
About to commit a
Could have
murder.
knocked us all out with just like a fucking.
You also
Magic
threatened
missile
to
would
kill
have
us like
fucking
3
destroyed you
times.
all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Lucky that you guys had Nero. Roleplay moment, I don't know. I like the dynamic with Nero and Malenko. They're buds. They're just little buddies. It's very cute.
Yeah, just pals.
Just pals.
I like that. I like that. she's
Hanging
actually
out.
looking out for her finally after all this
Yeah.
time,
The
despite
better,
murdering her.
the better dad.
Yeah, yeah.
Finally, this child has received an actual good parental figure.
And all she needed was to get murdered.
To die. Sometimes that's what you need. You know what, Cece, you were right. Maybe we should all just,
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe you'll have a better relationship with Kelsey if she fucking dies. You know?
You know, that's crazy that you
Strengthen
say
the
that.
marriage.
Retirement.
Morg, what is one thing you learned? What's one roleplay moment you liked?
One thing I learned is that if you want to get unpossessed, just get killed, and then you'll be
Yeah.
turned into a crow by like some random guy, and then you aren't possessed anymore. So like it kind of works out.
Easy.
So that's the top in the top 10 things I learned. As for roleplay moments I liked, I don't know. I kind of like the whole scene with the cleric lady getting picked up by a. Gotta enjoy seeing her. It worked, you know. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You
it
love to
works.
see a system that works.
Nice to see something that happens.
You did something. Yippee!
We did.
Woo.
And Emmett, closing remarks. What is one thing you learned? What's a roleplay
Man.
moment you liked?
One thing I learned, Tony shows up with drip every time. Any character Tony brings to this session, it's drip or drown out here, bitches.
Yeah.
And this man
Gotta look
stays
good.
afloat.
We're going through the ethereal.
Also, my favorite moment was just fucking up Jesper. And we wake up, and all of our asses are just like, yeah, whatever. This was coming. We just didn't even get out of bed. Just let that shit happen.
Just let your
It's fine. Arden already sleeps with her weapons, so like she was like, I have enough movement speed. It's fine if I don't stand up now.
Well, I mean, also, if you get murdered before you can stand up, that's probably an issue. I feel like I should mention that.
Yeah, very true.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
not
not
the
like
first
she was
time it
like
happened.
straight up prone. She was just. I mean, I already said she kind of got up. Just
Just that
didn't
one
have to do
fucking-
anything.
That video of the bread just like fucking magically lifting up to the fucking I get up.
Yeah,
that
pretty
shit.
much.
That's just Arden
She just
lifted.
didn't have to do anything. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys next week for more Cursed Ones. And excited for more of this arc. It's gonna go. We're gonna see how it fucking goes. But some
Gonna
fun
go.
times in the ethereal plane. All right.
Yippee!
Thank you guys. And
Bye.
see ya.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.